Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Live. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am very excited to have you guys here. A lot has been going on, and so we have a lot of ground to cover. It's just been kind of a yin and yang month. A lot of crazy stuff has been going on. Fun stuff, bad stuff, you name it. We'll talk about all of it. But first, I want to get into this. Today is September 5th. And in 1 week, we will be marking the anniversary of, in my opinion, the darkest day in the history of the United States, the anniversary of the attacks on the country. For me personally, it is a tough day. I was there. I was at the World Trade Center, so it was a very poignant day for me. I don't want to get too down, okay? I have a reason for bringing this up, and that is, I'm going to ask everybody to do something for me. If you were alive and you remember this day, we pretty much all made a vow that day that we would never forget what happened. And I think maybe we are starting to actually forget about it. And so I'm asking everybody on September 11th, if you were alive that day, please renew that vow to never forget. This is something we should not forget. Okay, it doesn't mean we have to hate. It doesn't mean I'm attacking any certain groups or anything like that. It's just something that we should remember. And as a species, as a human species, it's something we should all be striving to make sure never happens again. So I'm asking you to renew that vow to never forget. And for the young people out there who weren't alive and this really doesn't touch them, I'm asking you to research it, look into it, look into the name of one person who perished that day, or research some of the heroic acts that happened that day, or just whatever it takes. Learn about this and remember. It's really important. So please, that's my plea. That is my 9/11 discussion. I know this is a fun show, this is a hobby show, and I hate to start it off with a Debbie Downer, but it is what it is. The anniversary is coming up, and we can put our head in the sand, or we can just deal with it. Now, I'm going to try and get us on track to something more fun, but, let's face it, it's hard after something like that. But here, I'm going to pick out the funnest thing I've got, okay? This is going to be the funnest thing I've got to share with you today, and hopefully it will get us back on track. And that is that Marty of Marty Matchbox Makeovers is back. He just released a video, and he's back, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, Marty is one of the pioneers of the die-cast restoration YouTube, genre, if you will. Unlike some guys who left mysteriously and come and go, and the field is always changing, Marty left with a reason. He moved, and he lives in Australia. He moved to the bush, okay, middle of nowhere. He moved to the bush, virtually no internet, okay. So he knew this was a problem. So he signed up right away for Starlink, which is a satellite internet system from Elon Musk that is supposed to be able to bring high-speed internet to the remotest places in the world. And so Marty signed up for it right away and just had to wait out the release date. Well, it finally has happened, and Marty just released a video chronicling him putting Starlink into his house in the middle of the deepest, darkest regions of Australia. So he did just put out a video that just made me so happy because look, you know, Marty isn't doing these wackadoo crazy builds, or anything like that. He's fairly simple and straightforward, but he develops a lot of fun techniques. He is pleasant to listen to. He brings this level of humor to his builds, and I for one missed him, and so I'm super glad to be able to share with you that Marty is back. Look up his channel and make sure you watch the video on putting the Starlink in there. I kept waiting for him to fall off the roof. Thank God he didn't. All right. Anyhow, so Marty is back, and if that information doesn't get us back on track, then nothing will. I don't know what else to say. So happy Labor Day weekend to everybody. Here in Vegas, it is glorious out, and so it's a beautiful, beautiful holiday weekend. I'm really loving every second of it. To my friends and anybody down in St. Louis and Mississippi, our prayers and thoughts are with you, and hope that life is starting to regain some semblance of normalcy for you down there, and maybe you've got some time to sit down and watch Fat Guy Live. That would be wonderful. I would really enjoy that. Let's take a look. We got Dave. Hi, Dave. How you doing? Of course, James is here. James is always with me, and so is Ken. Ken, it's okay. You're not that late, so don't sweat it. Greetings from Switzerland. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. You know what? Ken wrote that he's surprised that Marty didn't have Kevin help him set up the Starlink. I think Marty was too wise to let Kevin help him with Starlink because he was up on that roof, and that did not look like a fun roof to be on. Things are beautiful in beautiful Las Vegas, Shorter. Hey, thank you. Can you see it? It's my Fat Guy Hot Wheels shirt. See, Fat Guy Hot Wheels, and it's available on my merch store, Etsy. So you go to www.etsy.com/shop/Fat Guy Productions, and you too can be wearing a Fat Guy Productions Hot Wheels t-shirt. All right, enough for the shameless plugs. So anyhow, happy Labor Day to everybody, wherever you're at, and whatever your situation is. I hope you are able to make the most of it. For instance, myself. Right here. This is how my weekend is going, okay? The hot water heater croaked. So, had water damage. It pooled and ran and destroyed some of the sheetrock in the laundry room, and so we've had to get a new hot water heater put in. The demo has been done on all of the wet stuff. So they came in and cut away all that other stuff, and now my house is filled with fans and things like that. And we don't have a clothes dryer right now because they had to move it out of the laundry room to cut out all the wet material and stuff. So it won't be until sometime next week before the repair to all the water damage is done. But hey, it is what it is. I'm still making the most out of it. I'm having a good weekend. It's a holiday weekend. I'm feeling good. It was just nice to be able to get a shower once we got the new hot water heater in. So that was something. Yeah, so, hey, make the most of whatever you got going for you, okay? Yeah, my hot water heater went out. It's costing a bundle. I don't have a dryer right now, but I'm going to push forward and have a nice day. I hope you do too. Happy Labor Day. Hey, listen, speaking of Labor Day, everybody, tomorrow on the holiday, make sure you watch the fabulous movie What About Bob, starring Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss. It is a personal favorite of mine and Reggie's. We watch it a couple million times a year, and absolutely for sure we're going to watch it tomorrow because it's like the only Labor Day movie that I really know of. And it's a very, very funny movie. So make sure you check out What About Bob tomorrow to mark your Labor Day. All right, let's see here. where do we want to go from here? We have so much to talk about. I can't even begin to tell you. Um, we do have a tip of the month for you this month. We've got uh, a review coming soon. We've got some show and tells and things like that. A lot of fun stuff coming up. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Let me take a quick look again. Ouch, hot mess. Yes, John, it was a hot mess. Let's see here. Hi, Chep. How you doing? I'm gonna try to pay more attention to the messages as the video streams, rather than try and catch up at the end. So periodically, I'm going to stop and just kind of read up on what's going on. Um, so anyhow, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at just some of the stuff that we did in the last, was it month? I did a video last month too, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's take a look back. All right, we just released the video on setting up the RT82 turntable by Fluence, and I gotta tell you, this thing has just been a joy in my life. I love this turntable, and we have another video specifically about the Fluence coming up, the RT82, in which we're going to do some upgrades. And then I got some really cool news from Fluence that's going to open up the doors to some more videos. So stay tuned for that. We already actually have another video recorded and waiting its turn in the queue to be posted concerning buying brand new vinyl. Yeah, it's just been a really great thing. So we just barely released the setup video for the RT82. All right, then we had the McLaren No Restoration in which I took this beautiful Hot Wheels McLaren, and rather than taking it apart and restoring it, I just kind of spiffied it up and made it look super, I think. So it's still really original, and even though there's replacement tires, I kept the other tires, so I still have the originals. The car was not taken apart. It was just cleaned up and polished up, put some new tires on it, and there you have it. Now, in that video I showed you, how to go through it and get it cleaned up and make it look nice without taking it apart. Because sometimes that's the answer. All right, we got the Hypercube. So excited when I finally got this. Still love it. And here is something amazing about it. My wife likes it. Go figure. Okay, that's why she's letting me keep it on the island there where we can see it at night. So it comes on. I've got it connected to a Miros HomeKit switch, so it pops on with the rest of the lights in the house in the evening, and then we can enjoy it until bedtime when it goes off. And we really love it. The patterns are amazing. It's just hypnotic, and we moved it around a couple times trying some different things. We didn't like them. We liked it here where we could see it, so we just kind of actually slid it over, but it's really just sitting on that island now, and my wife enjoys it a lot. So surprise, surprise, surprise. Normally our tastes and stuff like that are a little divergent, but she enjoyed it, and I'm glad. I'm very glad about that. So I really love it. Now check this out though. There is a little problem with it. That front pane you're seeing, it's really, really hard to see. There is some kind of a scratch or a crack or a split in that front pane. It looks to be on the inside. It's really, really hard to see. It's not a huge problem. I could have lived with it just like it was, but I did contact Hyperspace, and they're going to send me a front panel as soon as they get some in, along with instructions on how to... my watch is butting in, but they're going to send me the panel with instructions on how to replace it. But it really isn't impacting my life in any way, shape, or form. I still love the thing. It is really amazing. Man, love it. Okay, we also did the Three Blind Mice bus build. This is a Gaslands bus build, and I basically built a battle bus. I think I was still basking in the glory of my Arizona model build, and this is what came out of that, is my battle bus, and I really dig it. especially because I really was kind of struggling with this challenge. So, that's what I came up with. It was a lot of fun, and man, I'll tell you what, the Three Blind Mice builds, you guys are just insane with some of the stuff you're doing these days. It is crazy to check out what is happening this day and age with Three Blind Mice stuff. We'll talk more about an important Three Blind Mice build here in just a minute. So, what else did we do? We did the Cable Rica desk light, and we put that down in Reggie's room, and we showed it to you. And I gotta tell you, this was a surprise product. They asked me if I would test it and if I would review it, and I said sure, because I love light. I think it's really critical to have good lighting when you're doing some of these smaller things, like working on a 1/64 scale car. You need some good lighting, and so I'll probably never turn down a company providing me with a light that I can review for you guys. So the Cable Rica desk light was slim and very unobtrusive and very bright. It has dimming ability. It has temperature range, so you can go from cool to warm. It's got an automatic sensor, so it will start to dim itself as the room gets brighter, and as the room gets darker, it will start to brighten up. It has all of those features, and it's like $50. All right. I believe there is a link in the description of that video for the Cable Rica light, and I also have a link for it on my Amazon page, so my Amazon store, so you can go check that out, and you can get your own Cable Rica. And I got to be honest, I'm probably going to buy a couple for myself as well, because it was a real surprise. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my BenQ light, which is hovering up above my head right here. But man, that Cable Rica, for the price, it's some real bang for the buck. Side note, yes, they provided me that light for free. Has nothing to do with what I'm saying. The light stands by itself, especially at that price point, and I am stunned by it. Honestly, one of the nicest provided products to me I've gotten. And it really took me by surprise. Really did. So we did that. We did a video on Tinkercad. Did you like that? Did you get any benefit out of it? And I know it was real simple when we built the little house. But, did that help get you started? Would you like more of that? I still plan to do a basic, something similar to that for Adobe Illustrator. But, what did you think? Put it in the comments either here, or if you watch later, put it in the comments of the video later. And tell me what you think. If you liked it and want more, I'll be happy to give you more on Tinkercad. So, yeah, we had a lot going on. We also did a bunch of live streams. I'm sorry, they were so sucky, okay? They were the worst things ever. We did some live streams from IPMS, which I'll talk about here next. But first of all, I'd never done a mobile live stream just using my phone like that before. And then second of all, some of the features. So you set your phone up vertically, and then it's supposed to tell you at a certain point, if you want to film horizontally, it's supposed to say turn it now, and you turn your phone, and it'll turn it, and then it'll broadcast everything that in that landscape orientation, which is the way it should be, and that's the way I like to do it. So the first video was just short. I didn't expect to be that tired, and so I just kind of said hello and left. Sucked. The second video, the entire thing was like this. So you had to watch the entire thing with me talking to you like this. Sucked. The third video, I thought I had it fixed. And how did that go? I think I was at the right direction, but it was portrait setup. I don't remember. Anyhow, they all sucked. They all sucked. They were terrible. I apologize. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some other mobile live check-ins just to get the hang of that and see if I can bring you that kind of stuff. But hey, did you like the idea of that? I mean, you know, I could have just filmed everything and after the event do just like the wrap up like I did and not done any of the check-ins. But if you like that, let me know in the comments so I will continue to do things like that when I go to something I think you'd be interested in. So that was all about IPMS. So let's talk about IPMS. IPMS, the International Plastic Modelers Society, the largest modeling organization in the world, filled with the most amazing modelers ever. These guys are good. Okay, there's just no other way to say it. These are guys who build models for movies. Okay, that's the level we're talking about. There were thousands of models there. It was a 4-day event here in Las Vegas. This is one of my entries. This is my Model T Chemical Fire Wagon. It was entered into the Vehicle Diorama category, and this is the model that won Best of Show. This was a scratch-built Sky Crane helicopter, and I cannot tell you how amazing it was. Now, I went into this contest hoping that maybe on the outside chance of being able to get at least a third place finish, and I bettered that and got a second with my Model T. So I was really thrilled about that because I thought for sure I was going to walk away with nothing. But as it stands, I managed to pull one award, and that is absolutely a treasured moment for me. I'm really thrilled about it. I also had taken Engine 14. I think Engine 14 absolutely stood its own up there, but man, you should have seen the competition in that category. I knew I was in trouble when I saw some of the other builds. I did Rommel's Rod, and I'm a little surprised that didn't take one. It was in a category called Out of the Box, where all you really can do is build the model and use paint effects on it. So that's what I did. It did not win, and I was a little surprised, but that's okay. This is a bust. I'd never done a bust like this before. I finished this seriously the day before moving for the show. I put the finishing touches on it. I made that pedestal with the Glowforge. A lot of work goes into painting one of these things. I had no idea, but I think it came out great. No, it didn't win. Again, the category is bristling with high-quality stuff. I entered my my Spitfire diorama. Again, I think it holds its own, but again, you know, when you're going up against the best of the best of the best, a lot of great modelers went home with nothing. I at least got one award, a second, and so I'm happy with that. I entered the Christie. Again, as soon as I got into the area and set it all up and looked at some of the stuff there, I was like, oh man, I'm not winning. they had this funny car there that literally looked like it could start right there. You put a key in, turn the key, and you know, there you go. It was just stunning, the stuff that was there. So yeah, but again, I believe I held my own, and I'm very pleased with the outcome of the whole thing. I made some new friends at the show, and that's always a good thing. And yeah, so there it is. There's my second place entry, and I gotta tell you, the car that beat me actually won the entire category for best diorama, and so you know, I don't consider that a real insult if the car that beat my Model T won the entire diorama category, not just vehicles. That says a lot, so I was pleased about that. So that was IPMS. It was a lot of fun. Okay, let's check in and see what's going on. Uh, why aren't you guys talking to me? Why? I ask. Superbad. Hi, Superbad. Hi, Bronze. How you doing? I haven't forgotten your decals, buddy. I'm gonna make Bronze Snake some green ghost and decals for a guitar he's making. So I'm gonna do that this week. I promise. Just with everything going on and the hot water heater exploding and stuff. Yeah, I've been having to deal with some stuff. Uh, and thank you, Kevin, for the congratulations. Hey, Maple Leaf, nice to see you here. Stay safe and have a great day, buddy. Okay, so let's do the tip of the month. What do you think? Yes? Okay, let me show you this. I'm going to change cameras here. Okay, you see this? It's always so hard. I'm trying to. Which way am I supposed to be going here? These, this is so tough. Okay, there we go. I think I got it now. These are the polishing wheels I use. I get them in these little 10 packs on Amazon, and I've got a link on my store there. These are the best polishing wheels in the world, okay? I can't tell you just how good these things are. All right. I wonder if I can get one out here. Now, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to just make a mess if I try. So, what I'm talking about is here. I got an idea. Let's go to this camera. This might be easier. You see it? There you go. Okay. This is almost like a little puffball. All right? A little fuzzball on a stick. The fibers go out in every direction. It's not like those little cloth discs that everybody uses. And you know what I'm talking about. Those little cloth discs that shoot fibers out everywhere and make this giant mess. This doesn't do that. Okay? This doesn't do that. These fibers stay into the wheel. And because it's 360 degrees in every direction, full of these little fibers, okay? You can polish on the end, you can polish at an angle, you can polish over here. For coin ringers, you can take it and stick it right into the coin ring. This is amazing. Best polishing wheel I've ever used. I highly recommend them. Super affordable. I just bought 20 of them to replenish my stock, but they're super affordable. And so you can get these on Amazon through my Amazon store. The best thing ever for doing your polishing. I use these on die-cast cars. I use them on coin rings. You name it, I use these things exclusively, and I don't have to fight with the big giant mess every time I pull out one of those cloth wheel discs that shed fibers all over the place. It's bad enough that my dog Fiona has decided to be this hair bomb and is shooting hair, literally walking around, and hair is going woof, 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 woof. And it's bad enough. I don't need to add to it with my own stuff. So that is the tip of the month. Get yourself some of those. I promise you will thank me for that tip. All right. So let's take a look. What do you think? Oh, you're going to hate me for this. Seriously, you're really going to hate me for this. You know, I have a thing for trying to get everybody to enjoy their Christmases. And I've really been pushing that. And I'm going to talk Christmas today, September 5th. Look, if anything, it's not too early to start shopping and preparing for Christmas. If anything, it is too late already. All right? You don't need to kill yourself. You don't need to go haywire. But listen to me. You'll thank me for this. Start working on Christmas right this, well, not right this second. As soon as this show is over, start working on Christmas. Talk to your family and friends. listen to what they're saying. Find out what they're into at the time, okay? Start making a list of the people you need to get gifts for and the people that you want to send cards to. Start filling those lists out, okay? Parents, if you got kids and you need to get the bigger, better toy, the toy of the year, the one that everybody wants, your only real chance without killing yourself or spending extra money is to buy it now. You need to get going. You could spread the funding out more by starting early. You can find the things you're looking for easier by starting early. You can de-stressify Christmas by starting early. There is no downside to starting early. So I just wanted to harp on it right now and tell you guys, look, get going and start prepping for Christmas, okay? I've already started. My kids are all adults, and I ask them for Christmas lists. Basically, tell me the kinds of things that you want, and I'll figure out what to do from there. I don't just let them give me a list and I just buy them whatever's on the list. I kind of make it my own. But I need some guidance. Like, what if I want to get you a shirt? What size do you wear? What if I want to get you a toy? What kind of fun things are you into? You know, what would be your toy? So yeah, look, I'm not saying you have to go hog wild Christmas yet, but it is absolutely the time to start thinking about it and start doing something about it. And in the end, you will have a much better Christmas if you start doing that right now. Dan's like, what did I walk into here? Trust me, Dan, best advice you're ever going to get today. Okay? That's what you walked into. All right. So anyhow, keep Christmas a secret for 3 months. Okay. Anyhow, let's do this. I want to show you some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Where is it? There we go. Okay. This is now the new cut room. Now, what happened is this used to be Reggie's Lego room, and we would put all her Lego stuff in here, and it was really nice for her. But when we realized that the Glowforge wasn't going to work out so well out in the garage, we decided that we would put it and set this up as a cutting room. And we would move her Glowforge into what was the guest room. So we killed the guest room. And so, yeah, now we have our Glowforge in here, our vinyl cutter. We've got our heat press in here. We've got storage, a desk. We've got the decal printer is in that closet along with all the vinyl and stuff like that. And, yeah, this worked out really, really nice. And now Reggie actually has a bigger and better Lego room. So it worked out all the way around. And let me tell you something. When you're using the heat press, it is so much nicer to be doing it right there in an air-conditioned room. Yeah, so this is something that we've done. And in continuing with the Glowforge, we have, what do we got? We have some new products that we're working out. These are little back spacers. So a lot of people in the vinyl music industry and, not industry, but the world have found that the IKEA Kallax shelves fit records perfectly. The only problem they have is they're open on the front and the back, so your records can get really, really messy. And in my case, because it was backed up to nothing, I could actually push a record while sliding one in. I could push another record completely out the back and have it fall out the back. So what these are little back stops. And they're this is just a prototype one. I made it, and I'm using it in my setup. They'll be a lot nicer when they hit the Etsy store. But these are just adhere to the bottom of the shelf in the back of a Kallax with some double-sided tape, and they stop your records so that, look, everything lines up beautifully. Look how nice that is all lined up. stuff doesn't slide out the back accidentally. Everything stays level and even, and it really is super, super nice. So we made that, and that's going to be available on the Etsy store soon. Gonna make it nicer, but yeah, you get the idea. And I'm actually thinking about starting to make like a storage crate. So if you don't have a calyx and you just have a small collection and you want a crate, I'm thinking about making my own nice um, record crate, fat guy record crate. So we'll see how that works out. I actually started working on it yesterday. So yeah, we're gonna be having those out soon. And then check these out. These are popular. I shared some pictures of these lighted signs, and in just a couple days, I've already sold 6 of them. I have several other people asking about them. These are just proving to be huge. People are loving these. Here's one for Nature's Chemistry that I did. Yes, it's a grower for cannabis here in Las Vegas, and I think look how cool that came out. That really came out fantastic. I'm super happy about the way it came out. And then here's one I actually just delivered today. This is Firehouse Morphs, and I guess the gentleman he's a guy I used to work with, and I guess he's into reptiles, and so he's got his little Firehouse Morph sign that I just made him, and you can change the colors, and you can have it scroll through different colors and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat, and we custom make them. And if you want one, you can just email me or message me or put it in the comments or whatever. Otherwise, they'll be on the Etsy shop pretty soon here, so you'll be able to get them there as well. But yeah, so these are just a few of the things that I've been working on in the brand new cut room. It's been really a joy, and I'm super happy with the way that is all working out. Um, let's see here. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a look at some of the stuff that we have coming up before I do this next thing here. Okay, and yeah, so let's do that. Let's take a look at what's coming up here soon because we have a lot of stuff coming up. All right, so starting with coin rings. What day is it? This Wednesday. This Wednesday, okay? This Wednesday. If you were one of my coin ringers, and hell, a lot of crafters for a lot of different projects, okay? But especially my coin ringers. This video that's coming out Wednesday is groundbreaking. It's earth-shattering. You will not want to miss this video. I promise that. You're not going to want to miss this video. This is right up there with what's big? Delrin Pushers? No, this is right up there with Swedish Rap. Swedish Rap took the coin ring making world by storm. This is right up there with that. You're not going to want to miss that. That is going to be this Wednesday. The video drops at 6 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time this Wednesday. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you're tuned in for that. You're going to love it. It is so important. Okay. Here's a huge thing. I told you that I'd be talking more about the Three Blind Mice, and we have coming up the annual Paint It Pink Challenge. The video release date is October 23rd of 2021. Everybody is being asked to do a die-cast car, any die-cast car. The only requirement in this video is that the car is either pink or has pink in it. Okay, that's the only requirement. And the goal here is to raise awareness about breast cancer, and in some cases, if you choose to raise funds. I have auctioned off my cars the last 2 years in a row in really nice gift baskets. Last year's featured a lot of little things. I put in some of my Ca glue. I put in like a 2-pound bag of pink Starburst. pink wristbands and pink window clings and uh, some extra Hot Wheels, and of course the cars that Reggie and I made. And actually, Jim Silva kindly bought that, and 100% of that went directly to Susan G. Komen, Nevada. So Jim bought that, and he did something so kind and so generous. We sent him the whole package, but he told us, don't send me Reggie's car, because my wife Reggie did one, if you remember. She's probably going to do another one this year too. It was her first ever diecast car, and he said, please ask her to keep it. And it was that truck with all the colored pumpkins in the back. So it came out really great. He told her to keep it and bought the package, and 100% of that goes to Susan G. Komen, Nevada. It's a great thing, and a lot of the builders auction off their cars for a good cause. Now, you are not required in any way, shape, or form to auction your car off. All we ask is that let us know if you're participating, so we can include you in the announcements and stuff. That you build your car, have it be pink or feature pink in some fashion. Release your video on the 23rd of October, and send us a glamour shot as early as possible, but no later than midday the 23rd, so we can get it into the wrap-up video. So those are the only requirements. But if you do want to raffle your car off or auction it off for charity, that's always a welcome thing. So we've got that coming up with the 3 Blind Mice. Please join us. Let me know if you'd like to build with us. Then here's something fun. This is just a sneak peek of a project that will be coming soon to Fat Guy Productions. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to show you anything else. I'm not going to tell you anything else. That's it. You got your sneak peek. Extrapolate from that what you will, okay? That is all I'm going to show you on that. I was generous. It's Labor Day. I gave you a sneak peek. Enjoy it. Okay, what else is going on? Check this out. This is just one bottle of this, okay? This is some Starbond Ca Glue, okay? Now, Starbond sent me a bunch of product. I'm going to have discount codes, and I'm going to be doing a full look at all of this stuff and a review of their products. I hear really good things, okay? Not just from like die casting, but mainly I originally started hearing Starbond from pen turning. A lot of guys, do I have the, which one is this? That's medium. I'm thick. I don't have it here with me. I must have taken it out to the garage already. But a lot of the wood finishes that we put on pens in pen turning, we do the finish with cyanoacrylate glue. And so we use a very, very thin Ca glue, put it on the pens. It's a very durable, sturdy, and can be shined to a very high shine finish. So this was where I heard about this. So Starbond was fantastic enough to send me all of this stuff for me to try out. I just, I have so many different places to try it. I need to try it with die-cast cars. I need to try it with model building. I need to try it with pens. So it's taking me longer than normal to get to somebody who's trying to get a review with me. I believe that if they're going to send me their product, I owe it to them to try and prioritize their video. But this isn't just taking me a little bit of time. But we're going to be doing a real good look at Starbond adhesives Monday. Tomorrow. Another huge video. Okay, if you think back, maybe 2 months ago, something like that, maybe more, I gave you a video on how to fix all of your home kit problems. Now, listen, don't just tune out because you don't do home kit, okay? Listen. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you part 2 of fixing your home kit but it's done by fixing your internet. Okay? That's how it's done. So, whether you use HomeKit or not, if you're having any issues with your home internet service and whatnot, you're going to want to watch this video tomorrow that releases at 6 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, because I'll tell you what, I have put up with a lot of crap. And I finally got it all figured out, and everything in my house is working like a charm, okay? So, right now, okay, here it comes. This video is going to drop out. You know that, right? This video is going to start dropping frames right here because I just said that. So, if it does, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. But anyhow, tomorrow, 6 a.m., HomeKit Fix Part 2, but everybody should watch that. Okay, don't just tune it off because you see the word HomeKit. You're going to want to watch this because I'm going to fix your internet for good, okay? What else? Okay, let's see here. We have a 36 Ford Coupe Hot Wheels Red Line we're going to be restoring. You're going to be seeing that coming up soon. That was a lot of fun, but I don't know. I asked you in that video to give me your opinion because some of it didn't go so well. And I need to hear what you guys think. Okay, so when you watch that, please make sure you comment. We do have a... Oh, check this out. Okay. I'm really excited about this, especially because I just talked about Christmas. This is going to be the ultimate manly Christmas present. You'll be able to get them from me if you want. You can actually start ordering now if you want to. I don't really know the pricing yet. This is going to be so cool. Okay, check it out. I have pen blanks made from Maker's Mark barrel staves. Maker's Mark is a famous whiskey, bourbon whiskey. People love it. Okay, I have pen blanks made from actual barrel staves that were used to age Maker's Mark whiskey. Okay, I'm going to be making a Maker's Mark pen. Then, with that, I'm going to make, check this out, a cigar tube, an oak cigar tube. You put a high quality cigar in it. Okay, so now you got the pen, you got this cigar tube with a cigar in it, and I might even make in the Glowforge a nice case to hold a bottle of Maker's Mark whiskey, the pen, and the cigar tube all together in one amazing manly gift package. So you can get blasted on the Maker's Mark while smoking on your top quality cigar, and then you can use the pen to write a horrible letter to your boss that you shouldn't write and get yourself fired. But it's going to be so fun. I cannot wait. And of course, I'll probably make the pieces, separate so you can just order the pen or maybe the cigar tube or what have you. But those are all coming, and I cannot wait to get going on that. I'm looking forward to that. Right now, the garage is dead, though, because the hot water heater and all the shelves are pulled out and stuff, so nothing is happening out there right now. But as soon as that's done, that is in my plans to bring that out to you guys. And of course, that'll all be on videos and finished products. You'll be able to order them custom made for you on my Etsy shop. So, yeah, we've got so many more reviews. I've got at least one more security camera video coming. Yeah, I'm the crazy security camera guy. I've got that. Got that. Over here I've got a headlamp that you can wear that lights up your work zone. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I should have wrote down exactly what kind of reviews I had. I didn't do it. But hey, so be it. Okay, So we have so much coming up. Um, Speaking of which, I'm going to start working on the saving the Gato submarine model. Okay, I've got everything I need, and I'm going to start working on that to try and fix it. So speaking of models, let's transition into this. I want to show you some of the models I picked up at IPMS in the vendor section, and trust me, I was being very prudent. Okay, so let me show you these. Okay, so over here. What's that? First of all, a school bus. Now I have this model in an autographed box from Tom Daniel. Okay, he unwrapped it, autographed it, and so that'll never get built. I think I have one more of these, but I finally now have one that I can build. So I'm going to be building this pretty soon, I think. Tom Daniel designed school bus. Love that. Now, growing up, I built a lot of models, but some of my absolute favorites were the monster models, the creature models. Okay, this is the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde model, and it's got the glow in the dark. This is not original. This is a reproduction, but I loved these, and it wasn't about the building of the models. I loved painting these. Had such a good time with these. Now, this is a horrible model. Okay, you see his face there. It in the model, it's terrible, and in fact, it's molded with no teeth in it, and it's just this hole. It's really kind of creepy looking. So people have taken to making aftermarket kits where you can get these teeth to put in there, and other guys have been using some epoxy clay and making their own teeth, but still, I don't care. I really don't care. I may build it without the teeth just because that's how it would have been when I was a kid. I love building these. So I was on this monster kick, so I was looking for some more of these. Now, I already have the Witch, and then I saw the Phantom of the Opera. Okay, look at that. Fantastic. Can't wait to build that. And this is one of my favorite. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay. Now, I need to find me Dracula and Frankenstein. I have the Forgotten Prisoner. Like I said, I have the Witch. Now I've got these guys. And then I also got this massive B-1 bomber. I swear that it's this big. Easy this big. Okay? It's got the working wings on it. And I don't know if you've ever seen a B-1 up close. You see the pictures and you don't get a concept of how big this airplane is. I think everybody has a concept of how big a B-52 is. But they see something that's more jet looking. And I think they equate it down to more like a fighter size. This B-1 bomber is easily the size of a B-52. It's massive. It's hard to wrap your mind around it. But anyhow, so I have that model, and I don't know where any of these are going to fit into my rotation, but I've got them, and you'll be able to see them soon. Now, I want to do one last thing before we start talking about... Wolfman, yes. And well, I built a mummy, Jack. I think I've got a video on him. Do I? Somebody answer if you know. Did I do a video on the mummy? Because I built a mummy. So, yes, but I do need a Wolfman. And I do love the monster kits. Okay, I want to do this one last thing before we just get to talking back and forth here. I want to show you this. I was going to save this. You see it's still all sealed up, okay? I was going to save this for a Fun Time Favorites episode. And I may still do that, okay? But I'll be honest. I'm sharing this with you now because I want to see the stuff that's in here. That's why I'm doing that, okay? I want to see the stuff that's in here. And I can't wait till I'm able to go ahead and film an entire Fun Time favorite. So I'm going to open this up. And Kevin, I knew that you can get, for several of these kits, you can get replacement heads that are, for several of the monster kits, you can get replacement heads that are more lifelike. And he's talking about you can get Bela Lugosi's Dracula head to put on that kit. And I may very well do that. If I do, I'll probably try and figure some way to maybe a little magnet where I can put either head on, the original or the upgraded one. So maybe that would be cool. But yeah, I'm going to be looking into that, Kevin. You can trust me on that one. So anyhow, back to what I'm talking about. This box here, I'm opening it today for you because I'm a stingy, greedy fool that wants to see what's inside of here, and I don't want to wait until I can film a Fun Time Favorites. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to open this up. This is a box of stuff that I just loved growing up. Now, my Uncle Dick, God rest his soul, was a great, great man. Treated me just like a son. And couldn't ever go to his house without a couple things going on there. The Dick Van Dyke Show on the television, and somewhere in the house, most often in the bathroom, Mad magazines. Love Mad magazines. Uncle Dick, this one is for you. I hope somewhere you're seeing these and you're smiling about it. Let's take a look and see what we have. Vintage Mad magazines. Box is kind of... What is in here? Oh, I think some of the magazines are not in the best of shape, and I think that's schemats from them, but I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. I see little shavings of paper. See, look at that. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Oh, here, I wanted to change camera so you could see. Duh. Okay, here we go. Okay. What's up? Mad Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Wow. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to read this. This is Mad Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. $1.25 in the US. Trying to get a date. 75. It was copyrighted in 68. First printing 75. Second printing 75. Third printing 75. So this is probably from 1975. Wow. I'm sad a little bit because I'm not sure how I'm even going to read that. Yeah, see, this top magazine is seen better days. That's what some of these crumbs are. I don't know that you can get them in much better shape, but I'm going to try. This was affordable. I'll tell you what, that's one of the great things about doing my channel. Is I get to buy all this fun stuff. Oh, a lot of these are really flaky. So I get to buy all this fun stuff, and I actually have a legitimate reason for doing it. I can share it with you guys. Okay. This one doesn't even have its cover. See how dry. It's just been sitting in the sun. Okay, so a couple of years ago, my son got me a subscription to Mad Magazine because he knows I like Mad Magazine, and he was in keeping with. You see, this is from 1970. he was in keeping with my theory of getting fun stuff for people. And so he got me a subscription to Mad Magazine, which I really loved. I enjoyed every second of it. But I will say, the new versions of Mad Magazine kind of stink. This was the great time in Mad Magazine, okay? And it's to the point where Mad Magazine, what they did is they started putting a bunch of half the magazine was filled with rerun articles and cartoons and stuff, like stuff from these magazines, because they knew that this is what people loved, and so the new magazines were being half filled with this kind of stuff, along with some of the new stuff. But the new stuff was really just sucky. Okay, it really wasn't very good. This is from '79. Look at that. See, this one's in actually pretty good shape. Super yellowed. I can read this very delicately. Wow. Man. Huh? How about that? Wow. Okay. Oh, some of these are in such bad shape. See, this one's got its cover. This is from '74. But the cover's just barely there. Look at that. James Bond on His Majesty's Secret Service. Dollars are forever. Wow. So cool. 8 James Bond movies. That's fantastic. Wow. I definitely need to get in there and see if I can get some other copies. Look at this one. This one's pretty bad. This is from '72. I mean, that's so old. Wow. I gotta see if I can find some old copies that are in better condition. 71. 81, 91. Well, somebody do the math for me and put it in the comments, because I can't even figure that out. I'm too enamored with these magazines. 71, how old is this? Look at this. The guys at work used to laugh at me that my mind couldn't do 2 things at once, and you're getting a chance to see that. Yeah, some of these are just barely holding together. Butch Cassidy and the Some Dunce Kid from 1970. Oh man. Wonder they're bad shape. This one's paper clipped together. Oh, a couple of them are here down deep. Look at this. April of '68. Okay, I was 7 years old when this came out. And look, it's yellowed, but the inside is in pretty good shape. It's these covers that didn't really hold up. '67. Oh my gosh. Oh. '67. Oh my lord. This is so awesome. My Uncle Dick would just be going. Oh, you know what? I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I think I'm going to have to frame this one. You know how I feel about Batman. I may have to. Maybe what I can do is I can frame the whole thing. Even though somebody drew on it. Maybe I can frame the whole thing rather than peel the cover off. And it's got a whole thing on Batman in here. Oh my gosh. This one, I gotta keep this one separate because I gotta look at that one. Oh my lord. Oh, look, they're getting so much worse. Okay, oh. This is so brittle. 65. Oh, look, they tried to fix it with some tape. That wasn't actually a bad idea. I think it was the execution that was not good. I'm thinking laminate each page, kind of lock it into what it is, and then make a hinge or something like that. So I think my laminator is going to have to come to work. 65. Oh, starting to get down to like a bag of crumbs. Again, 65. Oh my goodness. You can see why I didn't want to wait any longer. Here's a 70. This is Sleazy Rider. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some research on how to preserve an old magazine and see if I can't maybe do something to save them from any further degradation, especially if I want to look at them, which I do. But look at all the parts and pieces that came off. But, well, there it is. Talk about fun times. And you know what? Because I see that I'm going to have more of these. Okay? So, yeah, I see an opportunity still, even though I cheated and showed you this and gave you a little bonus content. I see that I'm going to be able to order some more and be able to still do a fun time favorite out of that. So look for that, especially if you enjoy Mad Magazine. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so before we get to talking, I just want to say the next live stream is October 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Is it still? No, it probably won't be daylight time. It'll probably be standard time by then, right? By October 3rd? I don't know. You'll have to pay attention to that. Okay? It's 10 a.m. here in Las Vegas, whether it's daylight time or standard time, it doesn't matter. It's 10 a.m., okay? So that's going to be October 3rd. So make sure that you reserve some time. And those of you who are whining and sniveling and telling me that you have to work, then you have a whole month to quit, okay? So plan to be here. That's all I have to say. Okay, so let's chat. What are you guys doing out there? Let's go backwards a little bit. Let's see here. Godzilla and King Kong. Jessica, great point. I don't know that they were around when I was a kid, so I don't know that I ever built those. So I don't know much about them. I know they exist. I just need to find those. Oh, Kevin, so you have done that, and you Kevin is the guy who suggested that you can get Bela Lugosi's head for this kit, for the Dracula kit. And I'd said something about putting a magnet in there so you could switch the heads, and I guess he's done the exact same thing. Very interesting. Definitely great minds think alike. Jessica. Jessica said, do they, you ever get the feeling Paul gets at least a package a day in the mail? I can't confirm or deny that. You'd have to ask Reggie that, but it's probably pretty close, yeah. Um, I'm always looking for the next cool thing to share for you guys, so that is true. Let's see here. Oh, and I told you, Fluence and I are working something out that's going to be a lot of fun. So that I'm excited about that. Ron Steak, I had tons of Mad. I'm also a huge fan of Robert Crumb. I have a few of his original works, including Mini Fritz the Cat. And you know, one of my favorite guys, in Mad Magazine, Sergio Aragonese was always a favorite, but my all-time favorite would be Don Martin. I loved the way he drew his little characters. They were always a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm actually trying to work out. I think I'm gonna make myself a Captain Klutz T-shirt based on Don Martin's character Captain Klutz. So I might work that out. Uh, Cracked magazine, Kevin. Yes, absolutely mad. Cracked cartoons. I still have it in here. Hang on, let me see. it's not. I don't know where I have it. I think I have it down in the cutting room. But yeah, I have an issue of cartoons here. You know what I'm also looking for? I used to, well, as you can see by those models, I was always very into um, monsters, the Universal monsters, Frankenstein, Dracula, the werewolf, the mummy, etc., etc. And there was a magazine that routinely featured uh, Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, the Mummy, and all of those characters. It was a monster magazine back in my Mad Magazine days. So I actually was filtering around looking last night, but I couldn't really pick out what one it was. So I'm gonna keep researching that, see if something triggers a memory of what magazine that was. But I used to love that. Um, some weird things about my past. I was very much into the monster thing. I was fascinated by the makeup artists who did all of that stuff. That I think at one point in time that was probably what I wanted to do. I probably wanted to be a makeup artist for monsters. And then another thing that I was really into, I was into Bruce Lee movies for a while there. I was really into that, and I remember one memory. I don't know what was going on. I don't know why this occurred or any. I have no details. I just remember that one day my mom just said, "Come on, we're leaving," and she took me to go see the newest Bruce Lee movie. And so that was a memory that stuck in my head. Thank you, Mom, for that. Uh, Great stuff. Uh, oh, Kevin, you have a used bookstore. Yeah, Kevin, listen. Um, you probably have my email address somewhere in here, but it's captainpaul@cox.net, COX. Um, Please, if you come across some good condition vintage magazines of Mad through the, say, 70s, you know, later 60s, early to, mid 70s, that's the kind of eras I'm looking for. Uh, so, I'd definitely be interested in anything in good condition. Cartoons, I'm interested in, and like I said, the monster magazines, anything like that, or just anything in general that you think maybe would be fun to share in a Fun Time Favorites or share here in the live stream. So let me know, and I'm sure we can work out a fair price, and that'd be great, man. Let's see here. 50 years. Thank you, Bronze Snake. So Bronze Snake did the math for me that some of those are 50 years old. No wonder they're in sad shape. I definitely am going to. I know that you can get those laminating sheets where it's like adhesive on one side, and I don't know. Maybe that's a terrible idea, but I'm thinking I need to do something to seal the covers to stop whatever is going on there, because I think they will be nothing but dust if I don't. So I gotta do some research on there. Uh, Bronze, you were 10 in 72. Yeah, so we're same age. So yeah, hey, don't sweat it. 60 is the new 30. Look at me. Okay, I'm 60. I'm playing with Mad magazines and building models. Okay, so you are what you want to be. Uh, Reggie was 2 months old. Oh my gosh, that is hysterical. Oh, well, Reg, you can see what you couldn't understand or fathom, but when you take a look at these magazines, because I have them here. So, uh, okay, I don't know. Okay, Bronze Snake asked when the Creature Maker is coming out. So I have a couple things. Now I did the Thing Maker. I have a video coming out on the Fright Factory, and then soon the Strange Change Machine. The Fright Factory is filmed. It's just a matter of when it's scheduled to be released, and I don't know that date off the top of my head. But just know this: I have about depending on how I release them, I have about a 2 to 3 month window of videos already done, and they just kind of get put into a schedule. I have a rotating schedule, and so whenever they come out is when they come out. So, but suffice it to say that it should be within the next 2 to 3 months at the latest. But it's been a while now, so I would venture to say it's probably coming up pretty soon. Monster Times. I'm going to look at that, Kevin, and see if that is the one. So when I go downstairs today, I will look. But yeah, if you let me know, don't laminate it. It has an added acid. Okay, all right, thank you. And Kevin, so we're in the same ballpark, man. Perfect. And yeah, I definitely got to find out something to do with those to preserve them, whatever that may be. I'm sure I can't be the only person in the world that's ever wanted to preserve an old magazine. I'm sure museums do it all the time. So I just need to find out the right way. Oh God, Ken. Ken is so goofy. My monster models were scary, or from the build as opposed to the monster. You are too funny, Ken. Oh, I want to tell you something. This broke my heart. This made me so sad for you, Ken. Both Reggie and I felt terrible. Ken built his first diecast car for Diecast Graveyard's movie car build. And it didn't end up in the wrap-up video. And that just broke my heart. And come to find out, it never got sent out. It ended up in his, composing folder or something like that. But it really broke my heart. So Ken, listen, send me the pictures because I'm going to share it. Or you said you're going to send me the car, so I will do. I'm going to share the car. I'm going to critique it. I'm going to show it. I'm going to do glamour shots, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to have a video on one of these upcoming Saturdays of Ken's car because it really broke my heart that, you should get some payback for your first build, and I felt bad. So, Ken, I got you. All right? And I'm sure your models weren't that bad. I've seen some, so it's not a problem. All right. Okay, so, listen, anybody else? You got your last chance here. This is the last call for alcohol. So if you got something you want to talk about, I gotta go because I have the police Outlandos de Moore sitting right there. I need to cue that sucker up, and I'm gonna go. Have you ever had the card? Yes, I do, and I have a copy of it somewhere in the house. I was gonna hold it up, but I don't know where it's at. Loved cartoons. It was a fantastic publication. And Ken, anytime, buddy. You know that, right? But you just, I will say this about my friend Ken. He has a knack for sending me projects that really strain my abilities. This man can find the worst project in the world and ask me to help him with it. I don't know how you do it, Ken. You're just amazing at finding real backbreakers. All right. Anything else? Anything you want to talk about, guys? All right. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Everybody have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Next month, I anticipate having triple the attendance for the live stream. If not, I will be very, very sad. They did? Brought cartoons back? I didn't know that. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great holiday weekend. Stay safe. I will talk to you later. Until next time, be good.